Hello, is it me you're looking for? I can see it in your eyes. Hello, Chloe. Hello, Kirby. Hello, Clans. And hello, Copy. Meow, 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 meow. Send me a copy of the pack up the stream. I'll take a look at it at the weekend. Yes, please do. It seems to be working a little bit better. It's a bit healthier than usual. I mean, it's still load. The world loading's still a little bit fucked, but worst case scenario, we use Tectonic. Worst case scenario. How are we all doing on this wonderful Friday? Now, as you remember last time, we can get to stream. Last time I went on a BRB, the Wi-Fi decided to eat itself. So I looked into it. And I was like, I was thinking maybe it could just be I'm on Glacier. It could just be the fact I'm on Glacier. It could just be, maybe. Who knows? I kind of a couple of things that I kind of noticed is that it seems to be. I've copied the pack. A couple of things. So, couple of hearts. What do you mean? Oh yeah, you do, yeah, no, you can't throw those hearts because I don't have that command yet. Because I'm not on. I haven't set that up yet. I'm gonna wait till my new model set up, and I'm gonna switch programs. Okay, couple of things. Right. Okay. Couple of things. Right. There we go. Silly elf. I've been called silly today too many times. I've got too silly. Heart as emojis. I've already got an emoji. Look, I've just it's for subscribers only because we're hardworking money. That's it. Some of them are free, but not all of them. The animated emotes have to be on a subscription one, but I will fix that eventually. I want to say that once I've got my new Gremlins also mentioned, yeah. A couple of things that, I'm changing to, so I'm gonna get a new hard drive. And gonna get a new camera. So I have got a new Ko-Fi thing. So if I log into my Ko-Fi, I can show you some cool thing. Why? Log in to my Ko-Fi. Love this. But I have a new goal, which is to get a new camera and a new hard drive because I am going to use more performative friendly software for stuff. So let me show you the goal. If I can find it, that'd be fantastic. Estrogen. Oh, we have estrogen in here. Clans, we already have estrogen in here. The line is not ready yet, but it will be eventually. Eat some RAM. Please don't eat my RAM. Look, you have put a cookie in an estrogen cold, you get estrogen pill. Estrogen IRL. When as soon as I can get estrogen is probably. Well, I've got to basically do two things in Easter. Once I've done that and I'm being okayed, I would be able to do private. However, in the UK, that might be changing very soon. So, if you're in the UK, basically, the whole situation they're doing with the kids removing private healthcare, they might be doing the same with adults now, because they have concerns over it. Which, yeah, it's stupid as hell. So they're removing that ability potentially. So we're gonna have to wait and see. It's set to happen during basically Easter. So yeah, it's not good. Oh yeah, the joys. Yeah, and also, Chloe, they may be changing how referrals work as well, meaning you won't actually be referred. You'll have to go private, and guess what? You won't be able to go private. So basically, they're basically doing exactly what they're doing to children. Basically, you're not allowing you to transition whatsoever in hormones because obviously there's government is shit. Well, tough, yeah. But yeah, I've got a new program which is called, oh god, what is the name? It's called something Snake Studio. Um, but I want to do a couple of things before I move to Snake Studio. So first of all, is I want to move to. So if you received a referral for HRT or you're about to receive a referral, I don't know. That's a question you'll have to bring up with your GP. But they're removing the fact is that you're basically if it's a bias, that basically the bias is a lot worse. It'll be basically very negative. So the chances they're basically going, oh, it's going to help the waiting lines, when in reality it's going to be like exactly how they did it before. It's exactly why I'm leaving the country, because it's like they are making it more and more impossible for you to get access to these things. It's horrible. But yeah, I basically I'm setting up Snake Studio, but I want to a couple of things before I go to Snake Studio. I want to get my new VTuber outfit, which is coming. Secondly, I want to move to Linux. Thirdly, I need a new camera. So to move to Linux, I'd really need to have a spare hard drive. So there is yes, I'm Linux mentioned. I'm moving to Linux finally. I think it's Tiny 11. I don't know if I'm actually on Tiny 11, and there's a reason I say that is because the latest update I'm on is the one that is on Windows right now, which is the one that eats your Wi-Fi. But the thing is, the Wi-Fi it's not affecting the Wi-Fi. What a good girl, and I will help. Yes, yes. Here we go. So the goal to do this will be about £300. Help. Yes. Afford. New camera. And hard drive. So. There you go. There is a new goal. It's $300 or £300 or €300. Basically, hard drives are really expensive, like £150 for like 2 terabytes. My previous hard drive, which I had, I dropped too many times, and one eventual day, I just dropped it and it just stopped working. I want a hard drive that I could situate in the computer where it wouldn't be fucking getting yanked about all the time, or one I can just properly like, not knock over all the time, because I have dyspraxia for reference. Oh, and also on top of my ADHD, it's just like I forget that it's there, or it's on my leg, or it's on something, or I knock it over. Like shit. I want to have a PC of my actual own, so I can install Artron. Well, the one I'm going to do is first of all I'm using Cache. And the reason I'm using Cache is because that is the one I'm probably going to use. And also, yes, it's stuck in a great shit. Well, we'll get you out eventually, Chloe. Don't worry. It could be Arch. No, we're going for Cache. The reason is it works out of the box, and I think Arch isn't compatible with my graphics card. If you want me to get a new graphics card, I'll add that to the goal, but that's £2,000 on there, and good luck getting that. But yeah, the reason I want to move off Windows, or at least try and stop using Windows as much as possible, is because this even with the latest update, it just seems to eat everything. I'm just getting slowly frustrated at Windows, which is exactly what it is. So I'm gonna starting from when I go away in Easter, I'm gonna see which games I'll be able to play on Windows still, which ones I won't be able to play on Windows. On Linux, sorry. So I want to have a look at all my Steam games, look at all my programs and stuff like that. I have to make sure that anything that is um like editing software and stuff like that for my university, like I have to use Adobe. Yes, you can all scream at me going, "Why are you using Adobe?" We don't have a choice. We literally we're not allowed to use it because they want you to use the license stuff because they pay for it. Yeah, Cashy is the one we're gonna go for, but yeah. If you want to help me get Cashy installed on my computer and get me a new camera, you should donate to the Ko-Fi. There's a new goal. I'll copy the goal over. The goal is £300 because that's roughly how much it'll be. That why that's numbers. Why no copy? I don't know. It's just a bunch of string numbers. I don't know what that was for. Yeah, well, yeah, I'm working on a not too, but Cashy just works on the box. Yeah. Especially for laptop with GPUs. Yeah, well, this one is for my actual computer, which is you already know that this is what it is. But yeah, that's what's going to be happening. So right now we're in the process of I'll be in between now and this week coming. I won't be. Also, another thing, sad news. I don't know if I'll be able to stream next week. It's looking like it might be a no on streaming. Maybe Friday, the last day I'm here, because basically the Monday I've got to be practicing shooting, so I could stream Monday evening. Tuesday, same situation. I'm filming all day, so good luck trying to stream then. Wednesday, again, same situation. Might have to go do extra shoots. So Thursday is my normal class, but I also will be also using that time to shoot as well. Friday is just usual. So I probably will be filming Friday. Streaming Friday. Then Saturday is when I go away. So I might not be streaming at all next week, apart from Friday. Also, this tomorrow we'll be watching Minecraft Live and playing Terraform Greg. So I know not everyone likes Minecraft Live. I just like watching it because it's funny. I torture myself. Okay. Casio has a relationship post too. You know what's funny, Kirby? I may or may have I've already not had to figure out how to fuck up the audio on my laptop already. I managed to fix it, but like I was so confused how audio works because it was so quiet. I was like, how do I? It's max volume. It shouldn't be this quiet. So yeah, it took me a while to figure out how to work the volumes and stuff like that because it was very confusing. It was like there's 7 different audio driver stuff, and I was like, what does this mean? But yeah, yeah. But yeah, enough yapping. We are going to focus on this beautiful thing. Propylene glycol. So, propylene glycol is used in 2 recipes. Hoping that PC could run and play Modpack Terraform. Oh yeah, Clans. I should let you know that the last TFT. Well, I say the last. Probably will be the last. This happened with Steampunk, by the way. So but so for reference, we took a break from Steampunk, but we put it down because we just couldn't get back into it. Probably same thing's gonna happen to Terraform. It might not. I mean, we might come back to it, or I might do my Forever World. We'll see. I'm just starting to feel the burnout from it. I'll be honest. I think it's just it's an unoptimized pack. It's very thermophobic based, which is makes sense, but like kind of the to get a real bucket, you need to do red steel, blue steel. It's so stupid. And it would make more sense if you could pipe these things out and use it in. Yes, and Kirby immediately figured that out from day one. I think it was like the thing is I enjoyed having a plan, but then once people moved over, it was the stress of keeping supply and demand, and it was like building more buildings, and I was just like I couldn't really do it. It was so limiting building those buildings, and I was like, oh god, I'm gonna have to make big ones, and yeah, so oh, it's not. It's literally not even the Greg Tech issue. It is TFC itself, clans. So it's not Greg Tech. Greg Tech is fine. The thing is, they've put Greg Tech to the fucking end of the pack, which makes sense. You're supposed to go from Stone Age to like kind of technologies, but Greg Tech it makes it basically they've designed it in a way that it's like if you if it was like vintage story, which is fine, but like they've just done it like kind of silly way of like going, oh, you need this specific bucket to transport Pacific water. So next Friday, obviously next Saturday, don't know what's happening. Obviously, probably won't be doing anything. Oh, look at that cute girl! It's a Jess. Oh, how you do? How you doing, love? How you doing? I hope you're doing well. So like next Saturday, obviously nothing. I don't think there'll be any mod packs. It's like a couple of ideas I'm throwing out there. I will throw out there is I want to do some either if we're gonna do something modded, it'll probably be something before Space Race. Space Race is nearly done. Me and Chloe will be locking in during Easter and next weekend, getting the kitchen sink pack done. So we'll organize that and do that. Then we've got the possibility, obviously, vintage story. Probably do a vanilla playthrough at first because I'm still kind of new to vintage story. Then a couple of other things will be maybe do like a kind of SMP of some sort. But we'd probably not have something where it's affected by seasons. We'd probably do something where it's like kind of actual fun stuff, role play or whatever. Like I know Copy wanted to do that. I know not everyone's doesn't enjoy that. I mean, I personally not too keen, but I'd kind of be okay with it. It feels like something like Second Life where you had some sort of like you could kind of tell a story. The other thing is like I would like to kind of do like a kind of like cool like kind of Minecraft like as Second Life thing where we'd have like just go back to the basics like vanilla or like lightly modded, and it would allow clans to play, it would allow everyone else to play. So there's a bunch of ideas out there. So we'll see what happens from after Easter. So also timing how exactly, which is why I said to copy. So from this Saturday, I'm telling her to open the server from basically 10 a.m. UK time, and it will close basically at midnight that Saturday. We're allowing people to join at any time. It will be basically uncapped because the Saturday will basically be the last day of TFG for a while. It could come back. I don't see it coming back though. I just maybe it will. Maybe it will some shape or form. I'm like kind of like in the air, see how I feel with me doing this, and I'd like to kind of do other projects on the top, and I'm starting to be like copy where I want to do other projects that are kind of cool and kind of do things. I want to kind of again, if Kerbal Space Program is really popular, so I'm kind of like going with that. Also, probably if I would to dev more after Easter, probably move it to Saturday where I would have more time. I mean, where the devs are going, I highly doubt it'll be sustainable if it comes back. What are the where? I haven't heard anything from the devs, so Chloe, do tell. I mean, I'm interested to know. Even if there's a TFP return be slightly too late for me. Yeah, so I think the plan would be to have something lightly modded if you were wanting to join, or have like a kind of vanilla-esque SMP or a vanilla-esque Second Life, if you know what that is. If so, probably be something like that. Something like very much like we'd all have to interact with each other. We'd all have kind of maybe a limited live series. That would be fun. It would also be a kind of content that would be interesting. They're doing large breaking changes that void hours work. Oh, nice. I think we haven't done even 10% of what TFP offer progression wise. Yeah, I mean we've been taking it very slow. Yeah. I mean, the only reason I say it's not coming back potentially is because I remember when we said steampunk was going to come back and it didn't. So I'm just very much like I'm gonna not wait. I'm just gonna throw something out there. It'll probably be either Vintage Story or MC, one of those two, or maybe it'll be something entirely different, like what's the one that is like MC or Vintage Story? Node Core. There we go, Node Craft or something like that. Probably like that, maybe. So if you're basically all the way through Terraform Pro, basically create onwards. Yes, yeah, I know it counts, but as if everyone wanted to, different beats altogether. Yeah. I mean, Copy, what would you think? I mean, obviously, Easter's coming up. We'll see how things go after Easter. There's no push or anything. I know you've got a pack. You want to play with Lizzie at some point, so that will probably be. I'm presuming that'll be what you want to do after we've taken a break from TFP. What would you think about the ideas I've suggested? Like, kind of have a vanilla-esque server or something like kind of lightly role play, like kind of Second Life, something maybe. Mm-hmm. Or like have a very lightly modded pack, or do something because magic mod. Basically burned out already with the manufacturing part. Fair enough. So I guess it'll be whatever we find. I'm guessing it'll either be Vintage Story or Minecraft, something or other after Easter. We'll see what happens after Easter. We'll come back to that when we see it. Like Craft or Exile. I think RPG could be fun. I think like something fun, like chill, relaxed. I think that's everyone in general. I think clans, because I think at the moment the thing is, I don't speak lightly on this because again I don't like speaking on it. But I'm just gonna keep dancing because I'm talking and I don't want to concentrate on dev work. I think it's just like we played so much of it early on, and now it's like I've got to do other projects, like I'm a uni project now, and about the final month, pretty much. That I'm just getting that kind of like working mode on, and then like kind of when I go into Easter, I'll be filming loads as well. So like I'm starting to feel that kind of like gradual burn of everything. So, like I said, I think I would like to see a pack or play a game where we could all play something really fun, really chill, or something that everyone could understand really easily. Um, so something like if it's a role playing type of game, then it'll be like, okay, if it's lightly modded, do like Second Life or Third Life if you've ever heard of those, or have like something where it's like limited life, or have like a kind of cool little like event that everyone could just participate and not have to stress about. It could just be really friendly. Or we have something vanilla-esque and we make it like, okay, the modded. What is Hue Reilluminated? Does he work on? Yeah, that could be something. Um Yeah, that is also something. I mean, obviously, Space Race would be probably finished kitchen sink pack wise probably next week, beta version at least. Obviously, you got the thing that's probably his portrait for most. Yeah, I think the thing is we want to move away from Curse Forge, at least. So cool bunch, I would never. Yes, you would. He's a monkey on the head. Is a main mod of create. Oh, estrogen is. I've already got estrogen here. It's here, right here. Why is Kirby crying? Why Kirby cry? Oh yeah, no. I mean, there's a majority of all the people who are making packs are probably either masochists or want to kind of create this kind of specific thing that they like, which is fair. Should probably go get some food as well in a minute. We're going to keep talking for a little longer, and then I'm gonna go get some food because I feel hungry. If I keep talking, I'm gonna feel more hungry. Words. Yeah, I mean, like, look at what I'm doing here. Doing like a kind of to craft this, you need to do all of this. You do all of that, do all that. That makes that. Deppy, what the word Deppy is. Silly, foolish, eccentric, or silly, slightly crazy, often endearing in a scatterbrained way. I think like that's I think plants are words are slipping my mind today. Somebody needs to cuff you and feed you more food than yes, yes they do. Um, yeah, I mean, we'll come to already more such. You're not feeding scatterbrained. Okay, yes, that makes sense. I mean, you're working today. I guess that might be why. Unless it's the thing we talked about on DMs, in which case that's fair. And yeah, we'll let you know as well. Don't worry. Not now, obviously, but like get later. Wait for that. That's fair, sweetie. Yeah, no, I'll let you know, and also, yeah, don't stress about it. I mean, you can DM me if you want. I'll reply. I'm also your mod, so you can do anything you want. Find something uncomfortable, you're always allowed to, delete it. In the chat. Yeah, I want to feed Kobe. I want to feed you as well, Kobe. You would serve it. Yeah, I mean, from Easter onwards, the kitchen sink of Space Race we've done. We've got this, which is the main features kitchen sink, which is the research term, which is you'll be able to. This is what you'll have. So copy. This is what you'll be able to do. You'll have various trees where you'll be able to research things. Some of this is not necessary, but it's there for now. So yeah, a bunch of cool things for the kitchen sink pack version. Yeah, certainly. So you'll start off with basically, this is incorrect, but basically you'll start off with a few certain selective ones that will give you a certain amount of freedom. So create will be first. Then it'll be Greg Tech, then it'll be something else, then it'll be something else. Estrogen would be also something else. But yeah, I need to eat at some point. But I want to keep talking for the next few minutes. I don't think it's great. But yeah, I mean, we'll come to that idea when we get over to the Easter break, because then when I've had some weeks off, I'll think about what's a cool suggestion. It might be Space Race Kitchen Sink, probably. Just need to fix whatever the issue is. Probably going to be that we use Tectonic. Aha, your throw stuff got deleted. Haha, haha, haha. Aha, you cannot throw stuff at me. It got deleted into the void. Haha. No. Uh anyway. But yeah, like there's a bunch of stuff. And another drop box. Why? Why are we dropping boxes on Jess today? Why? Why? What have I done to deserve this? Right. Okay, so yeah, it's back to what we're deving today. So because Gremlin House, yeah, that is Gremlin House. So today we are going for propylene glycol. I'm going to run you through what we got today. So there's going to be root, there's going to be fruit, there's going to be 3 routes. There is the industrial route, then there's the laboratory route, and then there's an extra route on top of that. So you'll have 3 routes you'll be able to make propylene glycol, because I think just based on what Wikipedia said, it's kind of, we're going to go from there. So kind of the route we're going to be using is using propylene and C12 and H2O, so water and chlorine, and that will give you the thing you need. So you mix that all together into so you use propylene oxide, for instance. Have we got propylene oxide? I don't think we have. Let's have a look. Yes, we have. We've got propylene oxide. One of those have we about destroy? Sure. Yeah, it got yeeted because that was the majority of issues we had. I mean, it still loads kind of iffy, so there must be a mod in there that's causing maybe an issue. But yeah, go ahead. Oh yeah, no, that's probably why it's been an issue, because we have pollution of the realms in here. Also, the factory masquerade is uh in here, so yeah. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff that, yeah, it's still in here. It's a resource pack that changes that. Yeah, it does have compact, but being Chloe looked through it and it was causing the majority of problems. Maybe they'll be destroyed in the future. Maybe like if it gets updated, but it hasn't been updated in a while. So yeah, it wouldn't really be feasible at the moment. Destroy at the moment for reference is we'll go to mod root. The latest version was 8 months ago. Is it very realistic? I think now we could add it in because we're now on the latest version of Crate. Yeah, I want to add Crate power grids eventually. I just the last time I added it was trying to be a bit iffy, but yeah, I would definitely want to use power grids. Power grids would be fun. Let's see if they've had an update since then. Crate power grid. The latest version they've had is March 16th, and that was Fabric. And the last one of Forge was March 5th. So not bad. So I'm guessing that's the latest update now. What are the change logs? Well, I don't know. Wires. Oh, there's plenty of wires to be eaten. You know, I'm gonna make conductive paste edible. I'm gonna make this thermal paste edible, so you can in fact eat it. Just don't. Just don't. Why would you? Yeah. Well, I think 3 more minutes, and then I'll go have a break for food because I like yapping. But yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of stuff. So there's this. So today we're gonna focus on propylene glycol. Maybe have time to do toluene acid. Funny, yes. It's like the dielectric paste was going to be one of those, but the power mod is not going to be added to update. Amethyst, yeah, crunchy amethyst. Let me eat my math rocks. But yeah, we got to focus on mostly two today, which is propylene glycol and monohydrate. And then once we've done that, then next time we'll focus on the rest of hydrogen peroxide and polyurethane diol, which is fun. You ever crossed by proxy? Yes. Yeah, the reason I want to do this today is because obviously we didn't get time to do it last time. We'll see how we get on. I'm gonna get some food, and then we're going to, if we have time, should be able to do something fun for an hour. So we're just gonna crack on, get most of this done. If we don't get time to do this one, then that's fine. Basically, my dad's coming around to visit me because he's picking up a van nearby. So I basically have about 3 hours to play with. So we'll just see how it go on. Well, it's 1 o'clock now, so yeah, about 3 hours now. You gonna have a nap? All right, copy. Have a good naps. I will see you later. Hopefully, I'll go. I will. I'm gonna have food now. I can't hold it any longer. Right. I'm gonna give a little break. That's some food. I should have had a food beforehand, but my meeting overran a little bit. And then we're going to come back. No, they're right. Will not be edible. No, no. And then from there we're gonna, do things. Alrighty. Well, let me take a break. I'll be back after. Okay, I'm back. I've had some food. I feel better. And breathe. Oh, before I head out, everyone's up. Oh, that was quite a good game actually. Well, maybe if I get, maybe if I have enough funds after the Ko-fi, if anyone else helps me to Ko-fi, then I might be able to buy it. That could also be a fun game to do. It was quite good actually, to be honest. Might have to figure out if there's motion sickness. I'm with same with Minecraft. I can't do motion sickness. I have to do view bobbing now. Okay. Sorry, bear with me. Just trying to collect whatever energy is just coming out. So, I just spoke to my dad, who's not super keen on stopping on the way back. So, we might have more time than we realize. So, are we all ready, cuties? I think it's time to make some propylene glycol. So, today is mainly just going to be getting up all the items in here. And how it works is each chest is meant for something. Oh, pardon me. This is route 1. And then behind it is route 2 and route 3. So here we go. So we need. How do you make propylene oxide? Did I ever write it down? Good. Propylene oxide. Chlorohydrin. Oh, maybe have I already made it before? Hang on. That's anhydrous ethanol. Oh, here we go. Propylene hydrogen. So there's this recipe. So okay. So we need propylene oxide. You mix that together, you get crude propylene. So here we go. Did I spell that correctly? I hope so. Propylene oxide. I'm just gonna have me to go on for 5 minutes if that's all right, chat, because the water, my body's feeling quite tense. I don't know why. You know what, Cappy? I kind of feel you. I'm not feeling myself as well. But I'm gonna crack on because I feel alright to keep going. We need a high temperature reactor. So a reactor. Same here. Yeah, up here in the chest a little bit. Could do fusion reactor. Is that fusion? How do you make fusion? Assembly, you need a data stick. Oh god. Ooh. Yeah, maybe not that. Maybe just stick to chemical reactor. Chemical bath, bathes ores, separate them. Chemical reactor, combustion engine. Reactor. I think we'll just use the basic chemical reactor here. So using this and this, you get crude. Crude thing. So yeah, you just need this, which requires that. And this gives you crude how do I spell it? Propylene oxide. Crude propylene glycol. So this outputs to this. I'll put that in the corner. Okay, next up. Okay. Okay, this is okay, this is actually a slightly better recipe. So you have a choice of sulfuric acid, exchange ion resin, or sodium hydroxide. We got sodium hydroxide. Yes, we do. I think hydroxide is a very good combination. I'm gonna use this. Boil it with this. Makes crude propylene oil. So you then get propylene glycol, and then you get it's an alternative. It's the lowest activity, promotes oligo formation. Not recommended. Mmm. Mmm. Why is it not recommended? Why? How bad is it? You need sodium oxide with water. To make sodium oxide, you need sodium compound dust. Okay. We would have to make a Greg type version, at least. At least make a Greg version. Maybe sulfuric acid as an alternative. Sulfuric acid is probably the better option here. So we do that and that. We move that to the side as kind of like an alternative, maybe. Okay, so then use a multi-effect evaporator. Oh. Ooh, I think that's cool. So we know that's that, and then you get the output you get is concentrated propylene glycol. You then distill it, and you get propylene glycol. Then you have concentrated PG, and you combine that into a distillation tower. So you need this one. And then you get water, and you get propylene. Very cool. You do get other things, but I'm not going to add them in unless I need them. Maybe give them a waste. What would say? Like waste. Is there such thing as waste? What is chemical waste? I'm gonna do. Chemical waste is made from ammonia and negative sulfite. It's also made with tungsten, neodymium. What was it used for? It makes a florb. I think chemical waste would be fine, honestly. I mean, we could add it in later if it needs to be, or I'll put a little bit of chemical waste because I don't need it. So that is done. Okay, we never needed to these of these. Oh, but I guess we could do a space above. Right. Route 2. Route 2. There we go. Right, here we go. Propylene glycol route 2. With route 2, this is biodiesel byproduct. So, for this route, assume crude glycerol is available from Bryson. Is glycerol in the pack? Oh, we're gonna have to add that in. Yes, glycerol is in. We could make crude glycerol as well. Yeah, we'll save that bit. Okay, I'm gonna quickly make a crude crystal. Crude, a thing. So it's gonna be at the back of this. Represents crude. So you need biodiesel product, manufacturing product, glycerol. I guess we could kind of. Really? I don't know. We'll figure that out when it comes to it. But now we have glycerol. We have that. Okay. Then you combine pure glycerol with hydrogen gas. Then you need copper zinc catalyst. We got copper catalyst, which is sulfur. Vanadium requires ammonia. we got nickel catalyst. Whereas hydrogen. I think nickel could be a good one to get in. Go for nickel is cheapest as well. You use all of this, and then you need to do a reaction. Reactor. This is the same again. Chemical reactor. Oh, I'm being called. Bear with chat. Woof. Right. So as I was saying, chemical reaction. You need that. Then you get the output of a crude product. So for this, we are using crude propylene as well. So this is still making crude propylene. Crystal hydrogen, crude product. You then distill the product, you get propylene glycol. And that is, you get propylene glycol. Oh, lovely. Sorry, you won't be able to see this at the moment because I've got it on my phone. I'm just tabbing out to have a look at it on my other screen. Okay, so you get this and this, you distill it, and you get. And then route 3. Here we go. It's only 3 routes because you only need 3 routes, I believe. This is the one. Reference. I think we've only done 3 routes. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. The only route that was 4 was because you could do cheese. Just make acetic acid out of cheese. Right, route 3. There we go. Okay. What time are you working, Kirby, by the way? I don't know if you're working now or not. So this is using a fermenter. Oh, hi, Mia. Mia. Till 9 p.m. Ooh. Ooh, that's a long time. What can you see? Can you see anything nice? Is it lovely and sunny, or is it horribly cold? Ten, 11 p.m. here. Oh, calcium carbonate. Okay. How you doing, Mia? Calcium carbonate. Nitrogen, you doing good? You just EP? That's fair. Friday. True, it is Friday. Glucose. We not got glucose. Fucking hell. Trying to have to do what over the world of the internet. About the fiber optic cable. Do not make it dissolve powdered glucose. You make glucose. Simple sugar. Okay, so that's sugar, right? Oh god, you need to make a glucose fruit. Fun. In which case, we're going to need to make a glucose fruit for this. And for this one, yes. So we need glucose solution, which is yeah. Glucose solution. Then you have nitrogen, and then what is this? Is beneficial bacteria fermenting lactic acid. Phosphorus acid. Acetic acid. I mean, maybe you just use acetic acid for this. Maybe that would be. Oh, okay. I think we'll add that as well. This one is more for if you want to make out of rice. There we go. There's 2 additional roots here, which means this is also going to have to add on to it. No. And then save again. You vocos accept copies vibing while coding. Oh, shark code baby. Yes. Is it too long? Okay. We'll work on that another time. But this is route 3, which is in a laboratory. If you wanted to kind of go full laboratory route, this would give you reaction. It's basically lactic acid. To make lactic acid, well, you can get it from red blood cells produced, and you can get it from anything else. But yeah, that's the lactoculture, which is laboratory route. So the calcium lactate. Why? It's just milk. Is that just milk? I don't know if maybe about this route is a bit too much for this pack. Calcium lactate. This is making a calcium lactate. And then you need hydrogen gas. I'm having a look at the other route. Good job on Scabbish, but don't get bad mood space. Oh yeah, sure. I've been doing it on. Pretty elf shower for loving kindness. That's fine. Oh my! I was about to say my mouse ran out of charge. No, this is a lot. So you would need to make milk. I did do that. It's quite a lot for one thing to do. I'm going to look up the production of propylene. Propylene glycol. Something like that. Hydrogen phosphate. Hmm. Thing is, that's the thing is you add more work. Adding glucose as well. But then that makes calcium. You combine that with hydrogen and ruthenium, and it did do lack of hide. And then you get propylene glycol. This is a big line. And that's also glucose has to have its own line. This has to have its own line. I mean, obviously, people would just go for this one. I think that's fine. I mean, this is. I think 2 routes probably fine. Don't get me wrong, this is a really fun concept, but I feel like adding like 7 different lines. Like, okay, you're going to need to make glucose now. I mean, I'll put a pin on it. I'll come back to it. I'll say if need glucose return to this line. Yeah, because ultimately we don't need to stress about it right now. At the moment, it's more about whether what we need to do is more the fact of the propylene glycol is a mixture of this two. Next up, though, is this monohydrate line, or whatever this thing is called. So production of this by sulfonization of toluene.
According to the judgment of the oratrice mécanique d'analyse cardinale. We now turn to the oratrice mécanique d'analyse cardinale. According to the judgment of the oratrice mécanique d'analyse cardinale. The judgment of the oratrice mécanique d'analyse cardinale.
Yay, right. Fun. Methylbenzene. Here we go. Right, we're on to monohydrate now. What time is it? We've been going on, we started at 1. Put my batteries on charge. That's working. Right, monohydrate, you need methylbenzene. I believe we have. Yes, we do. We have dimethylbenzene. I think that's fine. And that is from wood tar. Oh, this is toluene. Oh, okay. This adds. Oh, there is toluene. I'm being dumb. I mean, there's monohydrate. Monochloride, monocrystalline, monoxide. Okay, so we have toluene. Okay, that is made from an aromatic mix. Like hydrocarbon. It's made from wood tar. Okay, you can get it from Okay. So you use toluene, sulfuric acid, or where's the acid? There it is. Then you or this, which is I don't know what this is called. Oleum, which is just oleum. Yeah, sulfur detection reactor. We just need a reactor, as in chemical reactor. We could add custom multiplexes later, but again, we don't need the necessary multiplexes at this point. Okay, and then your output is going to be a crude sulfonization mix. There you go. So you make that, and then we don't need that. You then use that with calcium carbonate or sodium carbonate. So this would be, I think we both have sodium carbonate. And we have calcium. So what are the two? You would need 500 millibuckets of sodium. To do this, you'd need sodium and carbonate. To make carbonate, you need oxygen and carbon. You'd need kelp. Dried kelp. So instead, which one do I want to make? Calcium carbonate. Derived from dissolving chew corals. All of these blocks, which I think sodium is going to be the best bet. Oh well, we give it a either or, so basically an or. It's like how do we this is what we market as kind of like an or. So you need another chemical reactor. And then output partially neutralized mix. Yummy. So then you have your partially neutralized mix, which is more yummy. Oh yeah, Jess. Hey guys, do you like your partially neutralized mix? I also enjoy my partially neutralized mix. You also get carbon dioxide as a external. Have you been seeing horror slot mods on MC? Yes. Not really. And then output you have the filtered TOCH solution. How goes it? It goes well. So, Chloe, do you like your partially neutralized mix, where you have to get sulfuric acid, wooden toluene, sulfonization? You then mix it with either calcium or sodium to get partially neutralized mix and carbon dioxide. Then you need to use that partially neutralized mix to create more shit that will give you sulfuric acid. Mmm. Take me to dinner before you fuck me. No, no. So this you're filtered and you use water. Getting absolutely railed by the chemicals. You love it, you know, it's fine. You need filtered, you need a mixer. Oh, this gives you you just do this. Just take out the neutralized mix and give it filtered TH solution. You don't need that extra step. It doesn't really specify. Filter THC solution with water, and you mix it. And then your output is dilute THC solution. So a bit of dilute THC solution. Then you need to start forming the monohydrate. So you take it and you basically cool it. But I think we can just skip out these steps. You got the dilute solution. We got a crystallizer. Just use this. Large crystallization chamber you will need to combine that with. And then that gives you well, you know, and you filter and you press that. This P-tinoleosonic acid crystals. Oh, love this. And then you put it in a centrifuge, and then you get the thing. So, to be clear, this is route 3, so this is like if you wanted to really like go for the cheaper option, which is the kind of better one. So you would need to sulfuric acid with 2 lady get crude to sulfonization mix. You then either use calcium or sodium, you get the same filtered TSH solution. You use that filtered TCH solution to get dilute TCH solution. You then need to use a large crystallization chamber. It will give you p-toluene sulfonic acid crystals, p-sulfonic crystals, and that will give you p-sulfuric acid at centrifuge. There we go. Oh yeah, if you like that, you should have a look at the one that I've basically gone, no, fuck that, I don't want to add this. At the moment, I'll put a pin on it. And that is this. If you need glucose, return to this line. Basically, there's a route for making propylene glycol, which uses glucose solution And lactobacillus culture, that's lactic acid, which does not exist in fact. Strangely, lactic acid, yeah, does not exist. And then there's glycerol, which also exists. So, yeah, I hope you're gonna enjoy this. It's gonna be so fun. But yeah, I think reasonably, you only need the 2 roots. I'm not gonna make up. I mean, if you really want to make milk and you want to go along making glucose and milk and doing all that kind of shenanigans, then I'll add it in. I'm not going to though. It's already enough roots as there is. Right, route 2. So, removing water. So this is just the same, but you get anhydrous version of it. Maybe this is removing the water for water that's reactions. Okay, there's only 2 routes. Okay. Sure. I mean, if you want to just do it this way. This will give you. So this is. You need to distill the combination. It doesn't make sense why you need the crystals and tooling, but I guess that makes sense. So you need crystals, and then you need tooling. And then what you do is you put it in a distillation. For this one, we're going to say you'll need a higher distillation. So you'll need this large fractional. I think this one would be either this one or this one. I will decide when the time is right which one, but you'll need either this one or this one. And then this will process, heat the mixture, then it'll give you anhydrous. Hydrous. Doesn't make sense because then you could just do it that way. You made it this far. You just made the crystals again. You just go, oh, you know, do I go for this and make it a distillation jar? Because yeah, there we go. Just do it this way. You need. I'd rather you were without. Yes. Phosphorus pentoxide. I think we have phosphorus pentoxide. Phosphorus. We don't have phosphorus pentoxide. I wonder what uh let's have a look. Phosphorus pentoxide. Wait for, oh yeah, okay, that's easy. Okay. Or maybe add phosphorus pentoxide. That's really chill. So this recipe requires you to make phosphorus pentoxide, which makes more sense. Why would you add toluene at this point in time? So you need this, and you need this, and this will give you basically the same output. So you still have to create all of this, but alternatively, you don't want to make the chemical. If you want to just have make okay, what if what if it's made anhydrous instead? Then you would have to go for extra step to do it. You mix it, you get anhydrous ethanol, and then you have to distill it. Yeah, sure, that should be fine. There we go. That makes more sense. Then you just need the crystal version, which then you don't have to go through all the pain of doing that. You don't have to put for a mixer, centrifuge to get it. You can just cut that out straight away. And that is using a vacuum. And that requires you to get just ethanol. So instead of centrifuging it, you could basically go, I'm gonna do it this way, and it will give you the result. So it allows you to create the thing. just distillation. Cheaper. Energy is just the same. You just get salt. So yeah, the route 2 is already you combine the crystals with things, but yeah. So you still would have to go through Route 1, but the old, it's basically, instead of you going, okay, do this and this, it goes, instead of using a centrifuge, you can just go vacuum and done. But, you know, if that's like, if I get feedback and go, just use that one, then at the end of the day, it's only one route. Right, that's done. I'm gonna take a little break again because I need loo. And maybe have a look at this polyurethane dial. I'm not gonna do it today. I don't think. We're gonna switch to a different game. We kind of got what we wanted to do today. I mean, the next thing is going to be to finish this and this, so to generate a line next week, and then this one is just whatever we have left of this is probably going to be to write this in the flowchart. So I'm going to go to Lou, and I'll be back, and then we're going to find a game to play. Okay, I am back. How are we all? I hope we're all well and wonderful and precious and adorable. Right, apologies for that. I just had to take a minute and take a minute. Yay, I wasn't waiting for 5 minutes. How dare! How dare I? Listen, I take my time in the toilet. You wanted this, you got it. How you doing, Chatoda? Healthcare package? Why? Fine. You're lucky I have some water next to me. But yeah. I'll show you what we've done today. Or you can tell me how cold. Oh, horrific. I'm doing this. So if I go over here. Load this up, I'll tell you. So. I go to here. We did an expansion on the toluene sulfonic acid, which is the monohydrate. We also did propylene glycol. So to walk you through, you need propylene oxide, which requires sulfuric acid, water, and you get propylene glycol. Propylene glycol. To make propylene oxide, by the way, you just need we've already made the recipe before, but yeah. So yeah, then you need to take that. You either use maybe alternatively you might use sodium hydroxide. You have concentrated propylene glycol. You then distill this, you get propylene glycol, and you get some chemical waste. Route 2, you need glycerol, hydrogen, and nickel. You get a crude product. And then you can distill that, and you get propylene glycol. Route 3, there is a crude glycerol as well. But route 3 is where it gets difficult because we are thinking it's a debate, but this would be glucose, calcium, and nitrogen, and lactobacillus calcium, which is lactic acid, basically. So we need that culture to get that. But I'm gonna just come back to it if I ever need glucose. If I did, then I might add it in like lactic acid route. But then we did the monohydrate route, which is for route 3 of ethoproxenol. So that's ethoproxenol, and this requires you to have sulfuric acid. So to do this, you need sulfuric acid sulfonization mix. You either use calcium or you need filtered TSH. So the question is about this pack: is it going to be another similar to Greg Tech pack, or it is Greg Tech pack, or able to 8 ores? Well, let me just break it down for you. This is not a Greg Tech pack. This is using Greg Tech to do most of the stuff. But by all means, this is a ChemLib pack where you need to use chemicals to do things. So this is very much like, okay, the way I like the expert version is like you have limited resources. The water is finite, lava is finite, obviously. And the world around you is essentially finite. You can only go so long. But obviously at that point you probably always have automation. Most recipes are hard, and so you have to then go, right, I need to craft this, and then need to go for this. To do this, you need to go do a bunch of chemicals. To do this, you need to do another bunch of chemicals. You need to create all of this line. And all this is put into, making things. The Quick Text side, I'll focus on if you'd like, Jess. Yeah, Chloe's going to be working on the Greg Tech side. All of these wonderful lines will be put into Greg Tech. So I will send Chloe this and go, hey, Chloe, do all of these routes. Here is everything you need to know. Good luck. And I'll be like, you just do it this way. You know, if it specifies distillery or distill tower, I would go pick whatever one you want. But then alternatively, you'll be able to create it whichever way you want. Chemistry packs having limited water is so different to what most pack. Exactly. I like the idea of you having to kind of, all right, I need to, my water supply is limited. And then this is why Glacio is so important, because you get to Glacio, there's nothing here, the final planet. And I think as a goal, you have to automate everything on each planet. So you go to Glacio, you're going to have to automate on this planet. There's wood, but there's mostly ice and stone. So it's like, okay, you're going to have to think about what materials you're going to need, what else you're going to have to bring. So you'll have to bring. You're going to have to think about, okay, what else am I going to have to bring to this planet? It's snow. You're going to have to dissolve snow. You need to do this. You need to have to do that. So this entire planet is made out of water for a reason. It's going to have a big purpose. You're going to have to automate every single planet, and then with that, you're going to have to figure out how you get water, how you get these limited resources to be eventually live. You know, you're basically on a timed clock essentially. You need to think about, right, well, I can produce water, but how much of that is going to lose over time, decay. You know, obviously Minecraft is still auto-generated stuff, but there will be most of that will be removed slowly but surely, where you'll have to kind of get the machines to automate something, but there's a finite amount of stuff you have to do. Once you're off that planet, it's like, well, now I have to move to another planet, start from there, get that done. And there's going to be different things you're going to need from each planet that will give you certain things to keep going. So the rocket stuff for the next year will have stuff from that, and you know, etc., etc., etc. But yeah, so yeah, this ends up being dilute filtered TSH solution. Then it's you mix it with water, you get dilute, and then you put that in a crystallization chamber. You get crystals, and then you centrifuge it, and you get anhydrous. And you put that into a distillation chamber, and then you get the acid. But then there's a way where you can just go straight to a distillation chamber. So that's what we've done today. The next thing we got to do, which will be next week, potentially, if we have time, will be the polyurethane diol route. And then that finishes up all of this. We would be finished with doing this entire route. The only thing we'd be focusing on is hydrogen peroxide, which would be using alpha quino, and yeah, you basically get this and this and this, and you get palladium, and you get hydrogen peroxide. How cool is that? So we've got to get all of this sorted at some point. So that's pretty cool. But now we're going to stop with dev, because originally, obviously, the plan was to do 4 hours dev on Tuesday, but it ended up not being the case. We've done 3 hours today, so we've done a total of 4 hours deving. So we're going to do something fun now. Yippee! But yeah, like my head like ruling is you have this, and you need to have there'll be a tools you'll need to have each corner to make this. You need all of this, and to do that you need to have this, and yeah, it's awesome. So cool. I love it so much. Anyway, so without further ado, Pat Dev is finished. Same way that Factorial's will have a unique challenge like Glebe, you have to extract ores from bacteria cultures, and equally you have to worry about heat. That would be something that I could add at the end of the pack, is there might be a temperature mod, because that would even do something else. But I would make it fair, so you wouldn't be thirsty all the time. And it wouldn't be like your main focus is keeping thirst up. Your main focus would be to kind of keep an eye on the temperatures. That would be fun. It's basically Satisfactory plus Factorio, if that ever makes sense. And then the kitchen sink pack is just going to be the kitchen sink pack. It's attack of B team, and the thing is the space routes. And there'll be a little bit of a quest line going if you want to make this. Here's how you do it. I've made like a little tree, which is early development at the moment, but this will be ready by next week, hopefully, and then we'll be all done. And you're going to have to be able to. There's still like an element of difficulty, but it's not going to be as difficult. There will be some combined recipes, but it's not going to be. It's super annoying. Like all of the chemistry routes might be like toned down. Like to make conductor paste, we'll probably pick the one route each, and you'll have to do at least one route. So probably whatever's the easiest route. So to make conductor paste, you'll just have to do slime and make epoxy and diethylamine. So yeah, a lot of this stuff will be reduced, so you don't have to worry about all of it at once. Some stuff will still have some cool mechanics and recipe ideas, and so that's going to be included as well. We'll have some really cool multi-blocks you can explore, and kind of the rockets still will be the difficult thing you have to do, but like make sure it's not super hard. The kitchen sink is there for you to just explore, take your time, and enjoy it. And when you are finished with the pack, then you do exactly that. You make the pack and you'll be able to do it. I mean, and then if it all else fails and it's like people are still progressing through the pack quite fast, we're going to make the research points much tougher in the expert pack. So then you can go, shit, well, I only know this, this, and this, and this is how you're going to be able to do each one of those. But yeah, that is, yeah, we've got a load of lines to do. I think the next line we're going to be doing is probably cardboard now. I think cardboard will be a fun one to do on stream. So all of this is going to be written down. We're going to move over to Flat That World now, because most of this is, we're going to take pictures of these and we'll carry them forward. But yeah, most of this will be moved on to the flat world, and we'll just make everything there. Whew. Talking. Anyway, shall we play a game? Game time. Fun game. Jesus Christ. So, let's see. We'll put it on, what's that loading? We have got Alien Isolation. We got Architect's Life, Astroneer, Baldur's Gate 3. We've got Canvas of Kings, Car Dealer Simulator, Car Mechanic Simulator, Content Warning, Crash Bandicoot 4, Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy, Cult of the Lamb, Dredge, Elden Ring, Fall Guys, Frostpunk, Golf with Friends, Goose Duck, Henry Stickmin Collector, Hollow Knight Silk Song. I will stream on it at some point when I have time. Got Kerbal Space Program, Jurassic World Evolution 1, 2, and 3. Kerbal Space Program, Land for Archives, Lego Batman, then all the Lego games, which I'm not going to list, but you could assume which ones. We've got Lethal Company, Lord of the Rings, Lost in Random, Marbles on the Stream, which is more of an AFK thing, Marvel Rivals, Marvel Spider-Man, Middle Earth, Shadow War, Muck, Street Setup, No Man's Sky, Overlord, Peak, People's Playground, Planet Zoo, Playtop, Polybridge 2, Raft, Red Dead Redemption 2, Repo, Resonite, Round, Satisfactory. The list goes on. So, I mean, we could either do some. So, the ones that I think would be cool, I'm going to put a little poll up. Slime Rancher be maybe one. Stardew Valley could be another one. We could do more Kerbal Space Program. We could do Timberborn. We did play Timberborn last time. There has been an update as well. We could do. Did I say Kerbal Space Program already? We could do Jurassic World Evolution. We could do Crash Bandicoot. Could do Dredge if I install it. Could do Astroneer. We got a bunch of us. We've got Alien Isolation. Probably not got the heart rate for the Alien Isolation, but I'd be happy to try. Fall Guys could be fun. So I'm gonna put a poll, and then you peeps can decide for me. Slash poll. Game choice. Alien Isolation. Oh yeah, we got Yap Yap as well. I'm gonna put Yap Yap on there solo. I don't think anyone will be able to be free for Yap Yap. Frostpunk could be fun. Just Timberwall. Jurassic World Evo 3. And then maybe one more. I don't think. For 2 hours. Oh, I'll go put Satisfying. I'm gonna put it on for 3 minutes, starting now. The poll is on. If you'd like to take this opportunity to rig the vote, go ahead. See if I can. And then, whilst we're waiting, I'm just gonna put some music on because I'm feeling a bit. I don't know. I'm just feeling a bit odds at the moment, so I'm gonna put some lo-fi on and chill to them with some lo-fi. Yeah, it kind of does look like you can almost like say you can't go beyond this wall, but you can see on here that goes beyond here. You can make it look like you kind of cruise through here and go down. That'd be kind of fun. Yeah, apologies, people. What's going on today? Meow. Hi, Hickey. How you doing? What new things in this version of Jurassic World Evolution 3? There's a lot. There's custom buildings, for one. You can make custom buildings now. There's you can do a river cruise. There is the campaigns are different than the other two campaigns. They're not connected to the films. New building models, new building blueprints. You can do creative build. There's community buildings. There's like kind of themed buildings. Yeah, it's snow. Weather. There's the weather. You can go to different places in the world. For instance, this is China. You can go to America. There's other places. I mean, there's like kind of really nice fences that curve around. You can do. Oh, how expensive is for only this? I got the DLC. The DLC. Oh, basically they added a whole bunch of stuff. So you didn't have to add the DLC. The DLC has only added a few things at the moment, like 3 or 4 dinosaurs max. Like the wetlands, the badlands, and another one that I can't remember at the moment. The deluxe. There's only 3 DLs at the moment. But right now, that's like 4 dinosaurs. I would recommend waiting. If you're going to buy the DLCs, wait until they're all released. Park management is pretty good. Is that your thing? And then probably should run. Oh, yeah, you have a very high graphic grade hardware. Yeah, I mean it's 4.8 to 16. My RAM. I was very confused. I was like, "Is that yours?" I mean, are you, well, I'm very confused. This is This is what the game looks like on my hardware. I mean, I might turn it down a little bit for streamability, but yeah, but yeah, really. We have to sell the Patasaurus because we are. I do think is it I mean, I do Minecraft, which requires like more than 8. But yeah, I'm gonna still keep the 32 gig because I think it's good. Minecraft, modern Minecraft, modded Minecraft, 12 gig or up normally. But I like overkill. I'm also gonna move off Windows, so it'll not eat as much RAM. I know because genders in your video game, how woke / joke. That's fine, yeah. Oh my god, Jurassic World Evolution has got genders. I was very confused there. I don't know why you brought up my hardware. I mean, I have the hardware on the thing, but yeah. I'm gonna try and get a new camera. I've got a new Ko-Fi goal for £300. So we can get a new camera and also what's it called? A hard drive, so we can move off to Linux. You like simplified graphics? That's fair enough, Hokey. I don't blame you. I honestly, That's fair. Oh yeah. Yeah. Why can't I rewild? Can I only do it once? Really, rocks the trees, just coloring enough. Mew, hi Kibby. You feeling better? I don't know. I hope you're feeling better anyway. We've got too many Apatosauruses. Not really much, but a tiny bit. Okay. That's good to hear. I'm still feeling the same. Yeah, no, we can talk about it after stream. We'll wait until after stream if you need to talk about it. You did not hear that, sorry. I said, well, I'm glad you're feeling a bit better. I'm still feeling a bit the same, but similar reason, but not the work bit. And if you need to, we can talk after stream about it if you want. Have you seen Unif TV's level of graphics by chance? No, I have not. Sure. We don't have to. I'm just giving you an option in case. How in the whole of creation? That's some nice screenshots. Oh, yeah. If you're on the Discord, well, say you're on the Discord. Remind me to open Fluxer at some point. I just haven't sorted it yet. I've been very busy. I'll probably set up Fluxer when I'm off on Easter when I have a bit more free time. I'm not thinking about university or not. I am on Fluxer or Matrix. I was about to say, because I say Discord and I forget that people are moved. I forget. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get Sigamajig. Words are fun. What's it called? I'm going to move on to Fluxer with the community. But I'm familiar with Sindred. No, what is Sindred? Who is Sindred? Whatever. Who or what is Sindred? What? We're not gonna make this start here. Look. No, I do not. Back again. Tell a friend. Guess who's back. Guess him back. Guess who's back. No. She's a trans girl who's about 3 or 2 friends away from you. According to my math Twitch friend. No, not heard of it. No. Maybe somebody's mentioned a copy or copy, but not to my knowledge. Hi, meow, meow. We're playing some Jurassic World Evolution 3 now. Just having a nice little chill session. I might only play for a little hour. I'm really just feeling really weird. Yeah. What was I saying? But yeah, I mean, if you want to help with stuff, I mean, goals. So my Ko-Fi goals, as usual. So I'm going to need a new camera for tracking. I want to get to Linux, but to get to Linux, I need an external hard drive. So that's going to cost me about £150. So if you want to help in that way, that'd really be appreciated. If not, that's totally fine. Have you tried Puppy Linux? No, I have not. I'm going to do is do a Casio OS because that works out the tin for me. I got it on my laptop and it works. The only one I've kind of confused is on audio, so I'm just gonna work with Kirby how to set that up properly. Yes, I know, it's amazing. You get your girlfriend on Linux. How happy are you, Kirby, that I'm moving to Linux? Yeah, I don't think I can want to risk booting it into from RAM. But yeah, I mean, we're going to use Cache OS because it works out of the tin. And I don't know if it will be compatible for what we have. But yeah, how cool is that? We're moving to it. Yeah, it's just because I'm not sure if I'm actually on Tiny 11 and I'm thinking, you know, if I had made application capture so nice in OBS. Well, I hope if I can't use OBS on, I like using what I have now. So if I can't use it then I might dual boot. It's just whether or not I can. We'll sort it out when off stream at some point. Yeah. Like Charms also Wayland's was a workaround. Yeah, so it should work with Cashew out of the box as well. But yeah, with me and Kirby, will go on it. Once I've got a hard drive, I need to get an external hard drive. So please help fund an external hard drive, then I can leave Windows faster. I can't afford an external hard drive at the moment. It's £150 to get a 2 terabyte hard drive, which is what I need, by the way. I might even need even more. How many terabytes have I ever got about total at PC? I have 2 terabytes used. So I need either a 2 terabyte or 4 terabyte things. And that's everything. A 4 terabyte hard drive it's really expensive. So yeah, I need to get a 4 terabyte external hard drive to export everything. What do you use for your storage space? SSDs. Yeah, what do you use your storage? What you could easily store storage. 477 to X11. Yeah. What do you use your storage space for? So I bought 2 SSDs a while back. I've got a new SSDs, which are one was a 4 terabyte, one was 2 terabyte. And the reason I got that was because my C drive was getting full. And I was like, shit, I need a new SSD. And so I did that, and it's much faster now and better. No, I don't have everything on there. So I use mostly it for games and storage of documents, downloads, and whatnot. What I'll do is when I use the password, yeah. And what I'll do once I'm free and available, I think it'll probably be maybe after Easter. Once I have the money to afford a hard drive, I'll start looking at what I need, what I can and can't use. And then if I need to dual boot, I can dual boot. If it's like, we'll have an investigation, check everything, do everything. Yeah. No, that's the point. I think moving to Linux is gonna be the better option. Now, I did normally say I'm not going to, because the reason I initially said it was because I just was like, there's so many things I don't know if it's going to be compatible, but CachyOS does work out of the box, and I can set up for dual booting. So I'm just done with Windows on this computer, but I need a new hard drive before it does it. One time saying, no, you need you need to actually have an external. Kirby can prove that, because I believe we need the external hard drive. Because you need to manually import everything from the external hard drive to do it, I believe. But you can do it another way, but yeah. Plus, I would need more space on that. Probably if you just boot from USB, could you remove the USB too? Just a live ASR. Have a go package? Sure. Sorry, that was just a message. I will happily take. Right, I'm gonna have to do some work, so I might have to finish early. Plus, I'm still kind of feeling iffy, and I might want to just chill. It's been a good day today, though. I've just done a good stream. Got a ping. Nothing much. But yeah, and then we'll work that out when it comes to it. Like I said, we're gonna use Kashi, and to do that we need me and Kirby will go through it all at some point once I've got everything ready. So if you want to help out, then that'd be great. I might end up buying the hard drive, but I just need to make sure I've got it ready. Oh no. I forgot to check. It's a long neck.
We've been awfully focused on our dinosaurs so far, and that's not a bad thing for a sanctuary. We can't neglect our guests, though. So, let's make sure they're happy.
Not every guest wants their paleo day out to involve a hike. We need a
Also running the windows
transport
on too if you're using it
and
occasionally.
their minds and wallets open to what we have to offer. Now,
Could
simply
we remove
put,
the use?
anything that gets guests from A
Did
to
it
B
do
will
it?
improve our transport.
Yeah, no.
A monorail is the classic choice, but tours
Let's
can
explain.
also improve transport rating as long as there are 2 tour builders.
Yeah, I
on the
mean, there's a
route.
lot.
Oh, yeah, everybody loves a tour. At least until the power goes out, the storm rolls in, and the dinosaurs disappear from their enclosures.
Yeah. Admittedly, we'll again, like I said, we'll come to it when it's, I'm very confused. Yeah, that's also what we're going to go for, Hickey. Is we are going to delete whatever needed. Again, there's no rush. We'll do it when the time. I've got a week, so just for reference, can't do tomorrow, can't do tonight because my dad's potentially coming. I don't think he is, but we've got too much to do tonight to figure it out. I've also got to make sure if I've one of the things is secure boot has got to be enabled on Linux as well because I play Call of Duty a lot, and I'm wanting to make sure I want to play COD with my dad still. Otherwise, I don't want to move exclusively to Linux for that set, just for that, not to work. So I need secure boot enabled for that, and I know Linux is a bit iffy with that, so that's the only problem. Because anti-cheat. I don't think Call of Duty is compatible on Linux at the moment, sadly. So there's a lot of things we have to go through. And so me and Kirby will sort it out. Probably be after Easter. When we are done doing it. Ah, well, that makes sense. Rocks. Oh, we called doing it in 2 weeks is a good speed. Yeah, no. We'll come back to it when I'm probably done with Easter. But yeah. Rock. Yeah, you can build. You got to build this. We'll go nowhere. It's probably going to call it now anyway. I'm just still feeling like kind of just completely blank, and then I'm too fidgety. I'm afraid I need to just chill. So I'm probably going to call it here as well, to be honest. So yeah, I mean it's been a fun day. I've done 3 hours. Could play pets. They just thank you, Heike. Well, I'm going to call it here as well because I'm still feeling a bit restless, and I just maybe stop streaming is probably a good idea. So we're gonna come back to streaming. Yeah. But yeah, we're gonna raid out. I gotta figure out stuff, and it's been a good day today. We started at 1, finished at 4. Overall, we did quite long, so I think that's pretty good. Started that's pretty much 3 hours. So I'm gonna raid out. If you'd like to have a raid suggestion, let me know. We've got Disguised Chloe, we've got Hoy, we've got Ginga, we've got Mimi Pie, we've got if you like just Reef and Chill, do Reef and Chill. But I'm thinking we go raid Chloe. Chloe's a wonderful being, it's one of my partners. So yeah, I mean I think that would be nice. So I think without further ado, unless you have a raid suggestion, speak now and forever hold your tongue. I'll go raid Chloe. I'm gonna exit the game and we gotta save. Yeah, thank you everyone for tuning in. The raid message is as usual. Just one brings the cosmos of chaos. But back tomorrow. It should be as usual times, but yeah, I apologize about today. It's just I was really off for some reason. It could just be a long day. I also didn't eat properly this morning, so that could have been also a problem. But yeah, thank you everyone. You've been wonderful, and don't forget if you'd like to come along, I will be watching Minecraft live at 5 p.m. tomorrow. So long and enjoy. Bye.